I had an issue with the transmission, people, and for some weird reason, it kicked me off. Joe, I am no more on mute. I'm sorry. It's a default thing. That's what I'm saying. This tool is so annoying. So what I was saying was, I really apologize, guys. I really apologize for earlier. I had technical difficulties. I had a big issue with this streaming software, and I cannot schedule a stream immediately. It needs to be an hour before. So I really apologize for this, guys. I really do. But I really appreciate you, Joe, for coming on. I really do. Whenever you're ready, you can come into the Discord link. The link is right there in the description. It's also in the chat. I want to talk to you guys. If you're an Arsenal fan, a Liverpool fan, a Chelsea fan, a Southampton fan, an Everton fan, any team you support, an Arsenal fan as well. I totally forgot that. Shish. This is the right place for you guys. It's your boy here, the Blonde Pundit. Lovers be lovers, haters be haters. I'm here at your service. I've got so many things lined up to talk about, and I'm going to be running through them quickly. I know some of you need to go to bed, but Joe, I know it's just 7 p.m. at your place because obviously you're in America, but you know, it's already 10 o'clock here. So a lot of people are going to bed. I don't even know how many people are going to come on today. But listen, if you want to talk to me, just click on the link in the description for the Discord, and you can get into the waiting room and we can talk about stuff. But before I start getting people, I'm going to go through a few things. Mossy Boy, I see you in the waiting room. I really appreciate you as usual coming on. I see you in the waiting room. Before then, Joe, I see you in the waiting room as well. I'm going to be getting you guys in a jiffy. I'm just going to cover a few things, 2 or 3 things, and I'm going to get you guys in and we can have a proper football discussion. If you're just joining now, any team you support, it doesn't matter. If you want to rant, if you want to talk about anything, whatever it is, you want to support your team, you want to complain about your team, about your manager, about the way your team is, whatever it is, this is the right place for you. Let's get right into it, people. Let's get right into it. Yes. How do you guys see my setup? Do you like it? Comment in the comment section. Do you like my new setup? I love it. I don't know about you, but I love it. All right, people, let's get straight into it. There's so many things I want to talk about. One of it is I have never seen people fix rings on their forehead. The only things I know about are the people that fix rings on their ears, their navel, their nose. But someone has literally fixed a diamond in his forehead. Wow. He was sacked for saying he went for a jobby in Scotland. Do you know what that means, people? It simply means someone was sacked because he made a joke about going to do number 2. You know what I mean, number 2, people. Everyone does number 2. It's a natural phenomenon. Everyone does number 2 in the toilet. But he was sacked for making a joke about it. Who sacks someone for making a joke about going to the freaking toilet and having a shite? Shish. I know this is not footballing news, but listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, Mossy Boy. Thanks for telling me my setup is cool. 10 brownie points for you. That's all I can do. You know what? My neighbors are probably going to tell me to leave the house because I'm making too much noise. But thanks for telling me that. I love the fact that you love the setup. I accidentally took my wife's medicine. Who accidentally takes their wife's medicine at this age and this day and age? That is Andre Onana, the Ajax goalkeeper. Apparently, he took his wife's medicine for some weird reason, and UEFA doesn't like it. We're going to talk about that in a bit. The walls of Liverpool fell down flat. Definitely not the walls of Jericho, people. The walls of Liverpool. Liverpool have lost several games now. Sad. I guess they know what it feels like to be an Arsenal fan now. 4 red cards in a single day, people, from the Premier League referees. Yes, we all know about the red cards that was given to the Arsenal players and the Southampton players. Are these guys giving a free red card bonanza? Are they just dishing it out like a freebies? Or is it like a palliative, people? Some people said they're giving like free biscuits in a cafe. You see, the David Luiz red card has not been overturned, but Bednarek has been overturned. And that's got a lot of Arsenal fans fuming. So many of them right now are swelling up like a loaf of bread, people. They are literally angry. I knew I was angry. I was mad because I'm an Arsenal fan. And some people were okay with it. They felt it was the right decision. But listen, it is what it is, people. 2 burgers for the price of 1, people. 2 burgers for the price of 1. That was the picture against Eden Hazard. Burger King were trolling Eden Hazard because he's overweight. That is bad, people. That is bad. The record signing of Ajax, people, was left out of the Europa League squad. Who the hell makes that kind of mistake? Your most expensive player was left out of the Europa League squad. Someone is definitely going to lose their job. I kid you not. When the fines begin, the racism online stops. There's been a lot of cases of racism online, people, and it is getting dirtier and dirtier and getting stinking and smelling. But the government is trying to do something about it. They're going to be fining the social media platforms. And if they do that, is that going to stop racism online? Who knows? No one knows. That is the headlines for you. But before I get into the details of today, we're going to listen to some music. Woo. And I'm going to be talking to the likes of Mossy Boy and the likes of Joe. It is like a ricochet, people. Enjoy it, and I will be right back.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet. I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
Yes, people. That is Like a Ricochet from Loving Caliber, Mia Firna, and Dick Cloud. I'm getting good at this shit. Alright, let's get back to the show. Thanks a lot for waiting in. Joe, I see you in the waiting room Mossy Boy, I still see you in the waiting room. And I've got a new person here, Is it Akumaso Films? Oh, Jesus Christ. I am murdering the name. I am so sorry. Akumasoko Films, I think. I see you in the waiting room as well, yeah? I'm gonna be getting you guys in the next 5 minutes. Stay tuned, people. Let's just run through a few things here, people. Let's run through a few things. Yes! This guy here has got a diamond in his forehead. His name is Lil Uzi Vert. He's a musician. This is a fun fact, people. I always talk about fun facts before I get into football news. For crying out loud, this guy has so much money that he got a diamond that is about 17 million pounds to put in his forehead. When on this earth am I going to have that kind of money to decide to do things like this? So according to the Evening Standard, Lil Uzi Vert had surgically implanted a $24 million diamond in his forehead, people. $24 million. Come on, people. Apparently, he bought the diamond from a designer, Eliante, who works with the likes of Travis Scott back in 2017. But what to do with such an expensive rare gem, he was asking his fans. A lot of M's on my face. He gave a hint he was going to do it. No one believed he was going to do it. But this guy went on to fix a bloody diamond in his forehead. You see, when you have money, you can do whatever you want to do. And here, people, they are comparing him to Vision in Avengers. We all know this guy Vision that has like a diamond on his forehead. So obviously, maybe that's where he got his inspiration from. But are you guys gonna ever do something like this if you have money? I want you to tell me in the comment section. Who the hell does this? 17 million. That can change my life. That might change my generations. In fact, it change my life, my children's life, my children's life, my children's life. No. Actually, no. I think we'll have finished the money when it gets to the third generation. Yes, we'll have finished the money. Shish. The second thing here, Akumasoko Films. Yeah, too much money, man. Too much money. Listen, I don't know who does that, man. I don't know who does that. Another fun fact, people. Someone was sacked because he made a joke about using the jobby. So basically, in Scotland, yeah, jobby simply means you're gonna have a ship. I'm sorry, I'm being explicit here. But basically, this guy was a commentator for a club in Scotland called Hamilton's Academical. He got sacked. So I'm just going to read out what happened, yeah? He was sacked for saying he went for a jobby. People, when is it a crime for you to make a joke about nature? Using the freaking loo is a natural phenomenon, isn't it? You can make jokes about this. I don't really understand. And this commentator was employed by Hamilton Academical, and he was sacked just because of that. So according to the statement from the club website, they said he's a contractor used by the club for co-commentaries and overstepped the mark this evening with a very poor attempt at the humor. So basically, they did not like the joke he was selling, and because of that, they sacked him. They said this club didn't find it funny and the person will not be used again. Our apologies for this. Please, can you guys tell me, is this something worthy for someone to get sacked because he made a joke about using the toilet or made a joke about, going for a pool? I don't really understand, man. I don't really understand. And the third thing I'm going to talk about before I get guys on here is this guy. Oh, that's Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan. How many Jackie Chan movies have you watched? You see, when I was a young guy, yeah, I watched so many of these guys' movies, the likes of Dragons Forever, the likes of Mills and Bones, the likes of Lucky Star. I was one of the most loyal fans when it comes to Jackie Chan. Do you know I had so many injuries just because I was trying to do so many gymnastic moves because I was watching Jackie Chan movies? Imagine going on a tree and jumping from a very high height, or jumping fences, or doing acrobatics, 180, 360, doing all sorts of acrobatics, all because I love Jackie Chan. I was very lucky I never broke a bone though, but I love this guy. If you're a Jackie Chan fan, I love you too. Trust me, I love you too. Yes, this is the guy I wanted to talk about. So apparently, this guy took his wife's drug. His name is Andre Onana. He's a Cameroonian. He plays for Ajax, and he's been banned for 12 months, people. 12 months. Osman Ali, Jackie Chan's humor is underrated. I second that 100%. I love Jackie Chan so much. I love him with all my heart. Like literally, he is so funny. And imagine being funny and being able to do your stunts. Akuma, I love the tunes. I love you too for loving the tunes, bro. I love you too for loving the tunes, really. Let's just keep it real, yeah? Let's keep it real. He was banned for 12 months, Joe, simply because I'm going to get to that, yeah? I'm just going to read out what they said. According to goal.com, Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana has been handed a 12-month suspension for failing an out-of-competition doping test. He was banned for a doping test. So basically, they do all these doping tests on a regular basis. And the club is claiming that number one accidentally took medicine prescribed for his wife. So the club is claiming that he accidentally took the medicine. That's why he's been banned. However, the club revealed that the Cameroonian international has been banned by the UEFA after it found the forbidden substance called furosemide. I hope I pronounced that right. My pronunciation is poor. I'm going to repeat that. Furosemide in his urine. They found that in his urine following a test in October 2020. This goalkeeper is a very good goalkeeper. I know him for a fact. I love him. He's a very good goalkeeper. And on the morning of October 30th, Onana was feeling unwell. So because he was feeling unwell, he wanted to take a pill to ease the discomfort. Unknowingly to him, however, he took Lasimac. That's the name of the substance. That's the name of the drug. A drug that his wife had previously been prescribed. So the question I'm going to ask you guys here, and I'm going to be asking you guys, I'm going to be getting on. Do you think he didn't know what he was taking? Because I don't understand how a grown man, I can't remember his age now, but at this age, I don't see myself going to mistakenly take a drug I don't know what it's for. Or maybe he knows what it's for, but he doesn't know it's a substance that is being banned. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't really understand why he would make that mistake, because he's not a young guy. And what they're saying now is Onana's confusion resulted in him mistakenly taking his wife's medicine. They said he was confused and he took his wife's medicine, ultimately causing this measure to be taken by UEFA against the goalkeeper. However, this is quite interesting, guys, and I want you to listen to this carefully. This is what UEFA said. They said the disciplinary body of the Footballing Association has stated that Onana had no intention of cheating. So they feel he had no intention of cheating based on what he said, right? However, the European Football Association believes, on the basis of the applicable anti-doping rules, that an athlete has a duty at all times to ensure that no banned substance enters his body. So basically, he is responsible, apparently, because he took the drugs. He is responsible to control whatever gets into his body, whether it is a mistake or not. That's what they're saying, and he's been punished for that. I feel sorry for him. However, Ajax are definitely fighting it on the guy's behalf, because he's one of the best goalkeepers. Actually, he's the best goalkeeper. You know, Uza said his wife set him up. Uza, you know, I think I've known you well enough now for a few weeks, man. You're never serious, man. Why do you think his wife is freaking out? All right. Let's see who I'm gonna get. Let's see who I'm gonna get into. Right, Mossy Boy and Gio. I think Mossy Boy was the first person. Dimfa. He said he is a chemist or pharmacist. Sounds like an honest mistake. This is another David Lewis like injustice. Do you know what? I think you're right. Because I don't. Okay, should I say you're right? I think you have a point. Let me say you have a point. Because what is right or wrong is a bit of a debate. The question is, the rule is you should be responsible for whatever you put in your body, right? So if you are responsible for whatever you put in your body, it simply means that UEFA doesn't care whether it's a mistake or not. Because at the end of the day, some people can intentionally do it tomorrow, and when they intentionally do it tomorrow, they can hold their hand up and say it was a mistake. So UEFA might not let him go, because if they let him go, it's going to give other people the excuse and the opportunity to be able to use these things intentionally and then come and say it was a mistake. Do you understand where I'm coming with this? So I think we need to be a bit, we need to be a bit careful about just judging. But I feel sorry for him, man. But let's see what happens, whether he's going to win the case or not. However, I'm going to be getting Mossy Boy in. I think Mossy Boy was the first person in the waiting room. I'm sorry, it's first come, first serve basis, people. It is first come, first serve basis. Except Joe wants to come in and you guys can argue it out, because I think the two of you have argued in the past. If you guys want to come in, then, that's fine. Dimfa, I agree to that, but 12 months. Yeah, that's the thing about it. They don't really care about your intent. 12 months is like, the penalty they always give. That's what they give. Anyway, let's get Mossy Boy in. Mossy Boy, are you ready? I'm gonna take a sip first. I'm gonna get all of you. Akuma, Let me just call you Akuma. I'm gonna get you in as well. All right. I'm gonna get you two in as well. That's good. I love to see that. I love to see collaboration. I'm gonna get you guys in now. Let me get you guys in. Okay, Mossy Boy. Let's see if we can get you in now. Okay. Hello, Mossy Boy and Joe. Can you hear me? Are you guys on mute or something? Are you guys on mute?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you. How are you doing, Mossy Boy and Joe? Is Joe in there? Because I've already put Joe in. I can't hear him say anything.
Hello, Joe. Can you hear us? Yeah, I can hear you.
How you guys doing? How is your week been?
Week is great. It's not too bad at all. What's up with you? You cool?
I'm good. I'm just really pissed off because earlier on when I came on the stream, this bloody computer. Look, guys, I am a charity case right now. Yeah, I want you guys to help me. You guys need to get me a new computer. This computer messed me up, right? And then
are you on a Windows and on a Mac?
I don't do Mac. I'm sorry, I do Windows.
Yeah, but you know, there's quite few Windows machine Windows that can do the job you're doing anyway. So.
Oh, is it? So what? Are you the type that uses Are you the type that uses?
I'm not a Mac person. I use Windows as well. So yeah.
All right then. All right. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about this guy that put a diamond on his bloody head? I can't understand.
I only got one word for him, and I don't. The one word I've got for him is just stupidity. But
wait. Why would he say he's stupid though? Why would he say he's stupid?
Because he's stupid. Because there is a lot of people out there that need this money. If you don't know what to do with money, just give it to charity, or give it to people that needs it. Why would you want to go and put millions of dollar diamond in front of your head?
Hey, but he has the money. But he has the money. Joe, do you agree with Mossy Boy?
That's one. He has the money. There is a lot of people that are homeless, sleeping on the street. You can help them. You go and help them out if you don't know what to do with the money.
But he's entitled to do whatever he wants to do with his money.
He's entitled to do whatever. Yeah, it's his money, and he's entitled to do whatever with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to do whatever you want with it, be sensible with it. That's the thing.
Joe, what happened? You went off. We went out of the room. I just brought you back in. I'm not sure what's up with him. Anyway, let's crack on. So Onana, Onana. Apparently, he's been banned for 12 months. Do you know what? Hang on, before we talk about that guy, what about this guy that got sacked because he made a joke about going to do number 2 in the toilet?
I just think maybe probably that club that sacked him realized that they haven't got enough money to pay him that day. They just look for an excuse. Why would they sack someone because he went to the toilet? And someone. No. I've seen a lot of.
They didn't sack him because he went to the toilet. They sacked him because he made a joke.
He made a joke. Because he said it. He made a joke on air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of commentators have made a joke that is worse than that before. You understand what I mean? So I think that the sacking him is, if they don't like it, the club don't like it, all they just need to do is just to look, we don't want you to be saying things like that when you're commenting for us, because he's in a position that he can go and sue that club because they sack him for no reason. He doesn't say that in his contract.
No, you never know. You don't know what's in his contract, anyways.
You don't know what is in his contract, but they could have.
But I mean, they could have said there are certain values we live by. You know, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not making excuses for them, rather. I'm just saying, who knows? They could bring up some stupid things that people don't read, because no one reads terms and conditions except someone is in the comment that can tell me that they read terms and conditions or policies. No one does.
You
know what I mean?
You will be surprised. A lot of people read this before they sign any document these days.
Except you're a lawyer.
They take their time.
Except you're a lawyer. For instance, did you read the terms and conditions of WhatsApp? 8,000 words. What the bloody hell? Is it 8,000 words or 8,000 pages?
But but nobody read terms and conditions
Exactly.
of WhatsApp. So you just register and you just carry on using it. So,
Exactly my point. So, I mean, Joe, do you agree with Mossy Boy here?
I don't know. Why would he get sacked just for that, man?
But
People are
that's
crazy
right.
now.
So you feel it's injustice?
Yeah, no, that's injustice, man. You
Mm.
can't even make a joke nowadays. I mean, you know, like imagine me and Monsipo, we're working together, and I tell him I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I get fired.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is
No,
that?
no, but not because you went to the bathroom. It's because you made a crude, according to them, yeah, they said he made a crude joke. I repeat, crude joke. Probably it was too embarrassing.
How is that a crude joke? How
Because
is it a
I
Yeah,
think-
that's what I say. I tell Monsipo, oh, I'm going to the restroom to do number 2 or whatever, and then I get fired.
For him to get fired, I think there is more to it. They can't just fire him for that.
Okay, what do you guys feel in the comment section? Yeah, Akuma, you are next. Definitely, you are next. I'm gonna get you in next. I will get you in. But there's just to track back a little bit, right? Dimfa, I see you, Dimfa. Big up to you. Dimfa says he was talking about this guy, right? Uzi, right? And he's saying that I really like this picture, man. I really like this picture. The people that did this comparison, they're quite funny. Like, they literally look. Who knows? Maybe this Vision guy in Avengers was literally his inspiration to do this, because I don't still understand why he did it. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Dimfa said it is his money and his choice. And I think he's right. He's right in saying that. I mean, what would you say about that?
Yeah, but I said that before. He has the money. You can use your money for whatever thing that you want to use it for, and that is you've chosen your choice to go and put the millions of dollars of diamond in your forehead. But well, maybe people might see it differently, but I don't see that move as a smart move at all. Then who you trying to impress?
Himself.
Himself. So,
I don't know what to say. Joe, you haven't made a comment about this guy that put a diamond on his forehead. What do you think about
You know
it?
what? I think what Mossy Boy is saying, especially like the times that we're in right now, that
yeah.
it's like COVID has affected the whole world. You feel me? So some people right now don't want to see all that. Maybe if it wasn't COVID, yeah, it's still dumb because you could still help other people out. But right now, COVID, like, a lot of people don't have no money and they see that. What's going to end up happening if his security is not there? They're going to end up kidnapping him. And
That's right. But
So-
like
so
for
they're gonna
example,
kidnap-
now,
they're gonna kidnap
let
him
me quickly say
and plug
something,
it-
Taddy.
yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
quickly
go.
say something. Mayflower, is he is he more richer than Mayflower? Money Mayweather?
I don't know. Probably not.
Why-
I don't know.
Probably not. Why can't he go and say, oh, Mayweather can go and say, okay, the next thing I want to do, I want to go and put the guy they're comparing him to. Everybody knows that this is a movie anyway. They just after the movie they're gonna take the costume off anyway. To me, I don't. It's his choice. I understand what the guy is saying, but you can still use that money to do something more meaningful.
Okay. There's something Dimfa said here, which honestly I've been laughing inside of me. He said,
Yeah.
Uzi doesn't trust the bank. He's keeping his assets close. He's keeping his assets close. Oh my days,
He
man.
keep the assets close to himself.
You see, this is one thing I like about you guys, man. I swear. I love it when people comment, man. Like I laugh. The comments is where the party happens. I swear to God. Anyway, let's move on quickly to this guy. Yeah. Oh my God, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm acting crazy here. I just love him. Right, Onana. Ooh. Alexander Gomez is saying contributor must be a homeboy. Pronounced Tade spot on. Yeah, he's definitely a Nigerian. Anyway, let's move on. So Onana got obviously I've said it before, right? Onana has been banned for 12 months. And according to him and the club, he mistakenly took his wife's prescribed medicine. Now, this is my take on this, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about this, right? First and foremost, I feel it's either he knew what that drug was going to do to him and he took it, but didn't know the effects, or he didn't know it was one of the banned substances, right, that UEFA has on their list. Or he knew what he was doing and he's lying about it. Now, which is it? Because I don't understand. I don't know how old is this guy? Let me check. How old is Onana? Because
I think it's
I think like 25.
25.
okay,
yeah.
25. If he's 25, I think he's old enough to be able to.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's a man, isn't it? And he's a man, and I think being a man, you need to be. You will have been educated at least about doping and being careful about what gets into your body. And what UEFA are saying right now is they feel he wasn't doing that to cheat. Whatever, based on whatever accounting must have given to them. The field is not doing that to cheat. However, the substance has entered your body. It was your responsibility. They didn't force it into your body. You ingested it. So that's why they're banning for 12. 12 months is a long time. He might as well just go and join Bill and play golf. Because I don't understand. Anyway, what are your takes on this, guys? I'll start with you, Joe, because you haven't talked too much. I'll start with you, Joe. What's your take on this?
You know what? You guys, I don't know if you guys watch boxing or whatever, but remember Canelo Alvarez, that cheater? He said that it was the contaminated meat in Mexico that made him like show up positive and stuff like that. But I mean, if it's not, why is it a bad
Canelo?
substance?
Sorry, Canelo is the kick. Is it kickboxing? Yeah, or is it boxing?
No, boxing.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I only watch boxing when it's the heavyweights. So, but I know that name. I know Canelo.
No,
I've seen the fights. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Yeah,
Sorry for interrupting you.
he said that he was eating contaminated meat in Mexico, but that was actually to do with PEDs. But with Onana, if it's just a banned substance, come on, 12 months is something ridiculous. But if it's like PEDs and stuff like that, I think then okay, 12 months is. But for a substance that's just bad and not going to give you the upper hand, then I think they should have just given him a warning and a big fine. That's it.
But if they do that, right? This is what I don't. Akuma wants to come in. Should I bring him in? Let me bring him into the room.
Yeah. Bring him in.
Let me
Yeah,
bring
of
him
course.
into the room once and for all. It's just very difficult for me. Akuma, I'm gonna bring you in now. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Akuma. In case you can hear us, just know you're in the room. So, here's the thing, right? What was I even saying? I've lost my trail of thought. What? Oh shit. So this is the thing. I think UEFA needs to be strict on this. The reason I'm saying this is simply because they don't want a situation whereby they let this guy go off and people then have the opportunity to misuse this opportunity that's been given to them by UEFA and then lie about it and say stuff like, oh yeah, we didn't know. They feel it's their responsibility to know. Every single ingredient in any drug you're taking as a footballer or as a sports person, you need to ask the questions before you take it. So, Akuma, you said you have something. It seems like you have an insight about this. How are you doing? Where are you calling from, and where are you from, anyways? Let me just ask. Let me start with that. Akuma. Okay, I cannot hear you.
Hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. What's up?
Sorry
How you
about
doing?
that. Not too bad.
Where are you
Yeah,
calling
so
from, bro?
I'm calling from London.
Oh,
calling
okay.
From London.
All right.
Yeah, calling from London, Arsenal fan, and also a fellow Nigerian as well. So we
Oh,
got some
okay.
things in common.
All right, man. Nice one.
Yeah,
We got three Nigerians online there. Oh, is it?
Joe, you need to be scared.
Funny enough, just to give you an insight though, how I became an Arsenal fan.
No, I
just to give
love
a bit of background.
Nigerians. I love
I-
Nigerians.
So
There's a lot of Nigerians out here.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Akuma is
Okay.
just saying something, yeah?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Joe.
So I'll give you an insight how I became an Arsenal fan. So I was born in England, but went back to Nigeria in '92, then came back in '98. So as I came back to '98, I wasn't really too familiar with all the football rivalry and stuff because I lived in Tottenham. So I thought, okay, I'll become
What?
a Tottenham fan because I thought, okay, Tottenham's near my house. And I was saying to myself, why do you hate Arsenal so much? And stuff. There are neighbours now. We
Wait a
should have
minute.
our neighbours.
Wait. Sorry, Akuma. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you were
Can you hear
a
me?
Tottenham fan. Is that what you're telling me? You were a Tottenham
hear me?
fan. Someone shoot that guy.
Yeah.
Someone shoot him.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So how I became an Arsenal fan was this year because I had come to England in '92, so I'm fresh, like literally from the boat.
Fresh from the
So
roots.
I lived, yeah. So I'm like, I'm saying to myself, okay, I live in Tottenham. I'm going to be a Tottenham fan because obviously that was the local club. That's where my peer pressure for. Then all of a sudden, Canu had joined Arsenal.
thank
And obviously
God.
being Nigerian, they was doing so well. I was like going, I'm liking this Canu. I'm liking this Canu. And that's how I, had the strict divorce from being a Tottenham fan to becoming an Arsenal fan.
That is good. That is a good one.
You see, that's the best decision one of the best decisions you've made in your life.
I know, exactly.
And I have a confession to make. I have a confession
Yeah.
to make. That was the person that actually enlightened me to look into Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you guys here online yet when I became a true Arsenal fan. I wouldn't tell you guys yet. One day you're gonna find out. But that was the person that got me enlightened about Arsenal. Anyway, sorry, go on, Akuma. So you were about Onana, moving to Onana now. Ajax.
Yeah, so I think the insight is because I nearly made that as a professional goalkeeper. So there's not a lot of black goalkeepers that make it in the professional game. And my insight is this. As a goalkeeper, you want an edge because goalkeeper is a very pressurized position. And sometimes us goalkeepers, we're a peculiar bunch, because it's a specialized position. So if we don't feel right, so if our socks doesn't feel right, if we don't eat a certain way, if we don't feel a certain way, we probably don't feel that we're going to perform. And he's performing at the highest level. So that drug that he's probably taken probably has a stimulant that makes him feel that he's on top of the world, that he can't be beaten. And because he's gotten away with it for so long, he thought, let me do it and do it. That's my insight. I think that's what he's done it because as goalkeepers, we want to feel a certain way. It's very hard to explain. Only goalkeepers know this. We have to. It's like, how can I put it? It's a bit like an artist. They've got or a musician. They've got to be in a certain mood before they can perform.
I understand what you're saying.
Some of them take drugs. Some of them have to do this and do peculiar rituals for them to perform. And I believe he thought that stimulant made him so relaxed. Because obviously, if you're playing at such a high level, you want to keep that performance constantly. You don't want to be tense.
You want to keep
exactly. Because as a goalkeeper, if you're tense, you're always, and maybe that's what's relaxed him. So he's thought, I've done this for so long, and he's been caught out. Because obviously, these are random tests. These tests don't happen. You can be caught 1 in 1,000 times, and he's probably been caught. He's thinking, I got to come up with an excuse. Because think about it, you're a professional footballer. They will tell you which drugs not to take and which drugs to take. So you're absolutely careful.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what that's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you were listening when I said I had 2 theories. One of the theory was I'll be surprised that he's not educated about these things and should be careful about what he ingests in his body. So this is what is strange. Why would you, 25 years old, you're just gonna pick your wife's stuff without even looking at what it does? Even if you're not a pharmacist, you should check.
I actually don't think it's his wife's stuff. I think it's something that's actually helped him in his career to make him relax during games and stuff. So maybe helped him to recover from injuries. Because obviously, when you think about it, there's not a lot of black goalkeepers out there, especially being number one. And he's thinking to himself, I've got this added pressure. I have to perform. I have to perform. And I have to perform. And I believe that's what's happened.
That's an interesting spin to it.
But what I want to say to that, another thing. Okay, let's say we kind of we give him a benefit of the doubt, and every club they have a qualified doctor at their club anyway. If you are feeling unwell, why can't you just speak to the club doctor and say, okay, this is the way I'm feeling. What can I? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think he was feeling unwell. I just think it's been a stimulant.
You feel it's been made up?
No, that's not. That's what he said. He said, I'm feeling unwell and I have to take something. So I'm thinking, I'm just saying, going by what he said, you can just speak to the club doctor and you can just say, okay, the club doctor we can advise you.
So Mossy Boy, are you saying he's lying then? Are you saying he's lying
for him to perform?
What Akuma said, he has to come up with an excuse anyway.
So both of you agree. Both of you think he's lying, basically.
Yeah, I think he is.
Well,
it's
just like, for example, now, if you're a thief, right? You steal first time, you didn't get caught. Second time, but then you've been doing it, so you have never get caught. So next time that you go to the supermarket, you pick something and you get caught. So, oh, sorry, I forgot. And now
There
can
you
I go?
go. Exactly.
No, you can't. You
Exactly.
can't go back because you've gone past that line. So
Mm.
you understand what I mean. So you have to come up with an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, look, valid.
I will make a confession. Even when I was playing, because I did play
Aha.
I played a lot of semi-pro football, and I felt if I had to get an edge, I didn't take any. The stimulant I took was caffeine pills. I don't know whether that's legal or not. But it did. Yeah.
Can I say something? So Dimfa here, I can't really read everything up because some of them are botanical names of drugs. So Dimfa put in the names of some of the banned substances in football, right? And he's asking if I recognize any. I don't know if you guys can see your screen, but
Yeah, I can't
some
see.
of the,
I can't
some of the things
recognize
he's
any of
saying
them.
there. First and foremost, I am not a biologist. I only passed chemistry and biology just because I had to pass in school. So I don't know shit about what you're.
Was that your junior YAG or your senior YAG? If
Both.
you're Nigerian, you know what
Both.
you know what that is.
Both of them. I only just got like B's and C's in there, man. I just wanted to get it over with. So first and foremost, Dimfa, none of the drugs or none of the substances you mentioned there was what they said he used. What they said they found in his system was let me read it out. It was oh shit, where is it again? Oh freaking hell, where the freaking hell is it? Yeah, furosemide. It's not on any of the things you've listed there. So yeah. So what Dimfa is saying, and this is another argument, you guys are really making me rack my brain tonight. He's saying, why then do we expect Onana to know it all?
I think it's an excuse. I think it's a cover-up, quite frankly, because you got to remember, you're at a professional club like Ajax. They will have doctors. If you're not feeling well, you will call the club's doctor straight away. They're paying you like thousands of pounds a week. I don't buy it. Because if you're not feeling well, you're not going to take something unknown, because you're going to realize, if I take something unknown, because you got to remember, before you sign a contract, you are told, do not take this forbidden substance because you can mess up your career. And think about it. Him being from Cameroon, he's probably got a lot of dependence on him. Obviously, he has to send back money back home and stuff like that. He doesn't want to mess this up. So he's thinking, wow. And it's added pressure as well, because obviously he's the best. He's one of the best goalkeepers I've seen, in Europe. And obviously he wants to maintain
he
that.
did very well in the
state.
Champions League,
Yeah, especially against Tottenham. So I was happy when Ajax beat Tottenham. Was it last?
Actually, Tottenham beat them eventually. Tottenham knocked them out.
Oh yeah, because Ajax won the first leg, but obviously Tottenham won the second leg. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. All right, cool stuff. Okay, let's run through a few things here, and I want to get I want to get into one that you guys will all be interested in, because most of you here are Arsenal fans. So I'm gonna. Yeah. But just a quick one, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, this guy here that I'm showing on the screen. Actually, this is not gonna be. We're not gonna stay too long on it. But Burger King was making jest of Eden Hazard. So there was a tweet that came out, and they said 2 burgers for the price of 1. So basically, we all know that Eden Hazard right now
he's a bit overweight.
Well, he's a bit overweight, yes, but at the same time, he's just got injured. So I think what then happened was it was tweeted that he's been injured again, and then under the tweet from one social media, I don't know whether it's something in Spain, El Chiringuito, I don't know how to pronounce it. They tweeted that Eden Hazard did not train with the team today, and under that tweet, Burger King said 2 times 1 at Burger King. Now, for me, that's a little bit unfair, in my opinion, because it is not nice by any stretch for them to make that kind of comment. I mean, do you think it was an innocent? Do you guys think it was an innocent comment? Because obviously, I thought they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one, because I've always said this. There's always this notion: sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I think we've got to be careful how we, especially think about it. And there's something that you said a couple of weeks ago on one of your live streams, that the Arsenal fan base, or in itself, or fan bases, are so reactionary. We're so quick to, and I'm guilty of it.
I think maybe that's on AFTV. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah. This is like the names that we kind of dehumanize players as well, and some of the stuff we think about them. 1 minute we're thinking Pepe's rubbish, the waste of money. Then all of a sudden we love him. Yeah. And stuff. And it's so, and no human being can act that way. If someone that you like, for example, you're married to your spouse, and 1 minute your spouse loves you to death, and next minute just changes, like bipolar. And all of a sudden, that's a good one I've got to use for Arsenal football fans. We're bipolar.
Don't allow Arsenal fans to hear you say that, man.
Well, it's true though. It's true though. We want to be like it. Like, how many times was it said that? Get Pepe off, especially Lee Judges. I don't want to see him play for the club again. And all of a sudden, he has three good games. Oh, I love Pepe. I like that though.
Okay. Let's move on because I have so many things I want to cover, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just before I get to the main one, right? Quickly, I'm just gonna run through this. So apparently, I said it before that Liverpool's wall has fallen down flat, and I'm not talking about Jericho's wall now. This is Liverpool because, this is not Jericho because
I like the biblical references.
Apparently, since Burnley beat them at home, they've won. Yeah. They lost the next game they played at home, and these are against lower teams. Do you think it's the injuries that is affecting Liverpool right now? Or, I mean, what's going on with them?
I'll let someone else speak. I've spoken too much.
Yeah, I mean, Mossy Boy Joe. Joe, are you still there or are you asleep?
Yeah, no, I'm here. You know what, Tade? You know what I think it is now? I don't think it's the injuries. I think they just got comfortable. They won the Prem and they won all these major trophies in the span of 2 years. That like it's hard to get up but that's why they used to say that Alex Ferguson was the best, because they would win the league and then he would bring in two to three guys that would change a different style of players and stuff to move it up, and that's what it is. They have Jota was there, but now he's
injured.
So
that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you think Klopp is really gonna drop Salah or Mane for Jota? You know how much uproar that would bring? I don't think he has the balls to do that.
No, but he did though. Before Jota went on injury, he started a couple of games. He started and then he got injured because he proved himself and he started the games. Firmino was the one that wasn't playing very well,
Yeah,
and then he got injured.
Still playing trash.
No. What I'm saying is Jota had the chance. Chance, right? And he proved himself, and then he started the next couple of games and got injured. And I'm only saying this because of fantasy, obviously, because I'm competing with a lot of people on fantasy, so I knew that he started some games. I mean, what do you guys feel about this?
Fantasy player.
Yeah, but what I want to say to that is, I think what I can see with Liverpool players is kind of, I think they are getting tired. Because the drill they're given to because Klopp,
especially the high press.
As high press, you can see those high press doesn't really work anymore. Look at Mane when the season they won the Premier League. This guy run for 90 minutes non-stop. He can't do that anymore. Everything has got a limit.
Squad. That's why they need a big squad.
That's why they need a big squad, because he played every single Premier League game. So that's why you see Salah now. He can get injured easily, and he has to be out for like a couple of weeks and come back. And if you in Premier League you get injured, you go away for a couple of weeks, you come back into the team. You cannot be at that level where you are when you get injured. If you understand, to me, it's just the tiredness, and I will probably give them an excuse here. Probably if Van Dijk doesn't get injured for the rest of the season, probably that may carry them. But I said from the beginning of the season anyway, to retain a title is very, very difficult.
Yeah, I agree with
that. Apart from Man United that done it three times in a row.
Yeah.
They retained the title 3 times in a row. And you can see Alex Ferguson, when he won the title, he will probably go out to go and get another striker that can score him 25 goals a season.
Yeah, but you need to understand that during those times, the competition wasn't as bad as this now. The competition
then it's only Arsenal and Man United that was competing with each other then, and Chelsea. Yeah. But now it's more. We got
Exactly.
Leicester in there now. We got
Yeah.
Man City. We got
Everton,
Tottenham.
West Ham.
Everybody wants to
Yeah.
go and win the title now. So
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think on the Liverpool thing, I think it's because you got to remember it's not defensively that's let them down; it's scoring goals. They
It's
can't
scoring
seem to
goals,
break-
yeah.
yeah. Because if it was like everyone thinks it's Van Dijk, but they're not necessarily leaking goals. Obviously, the defense is not as solid as it was, but they have kept quite a number of clean sheets without Van Dijk. So it's not that. I think it's like I said, it's the intensity.
Akuma, I will come to that. I will support you on that as well. Look at the season; they only lost one game, and they still lost the title to Man City.
Yeah.
They lost those titles because they're not scoring goals. They keep picking up draws. That's why Manchester City catch them up, and they won the league. And they now said, "Oh, it's so cruel Liverpool that they only lost one game all season and they still don't win the title." It's because they're not scoring goals. They're not beating the team they're supposed to be beating at that time. So I think this time around is catch up on them. Those those three players playing up front for them. If one of them or two of them are not playing, Liverpool are not going to be firing. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
So
and they've lost their fear factor as well. No one.
that's
fears
correct.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
nobody fears them
It's
anymore.
it's like the Invincible season. I remember that in 2004, whereby you literally Arsenal came on the field and the team was already beaten, and the team knew that they could beat everyone. I remember when we were 3-1 down against Middlesbrough, but you still knew that Arsenal were going to win that.
We're gonna be able to come back.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We're gonna take a break now, and we are gonna talk about the 4 red cards that were dished out this week. I'm sure you guys know. You guys know where we're going to with this. We're going to David
Mossy boy, have you found the referee?
I'm gonna find him soon. Trust.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
Get beat up.
We're gonna go for a short break, and we're gonna be back. Yeah. This is music from Maria. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Every time when I look up for me, come on, look up for me. Every time when I look up for me, like you surprise, all like tires. Looking so surprise, don't deny us. She telling me she want to be my lover, yeah. I love you when she want to be my lover, yeah. My little baby girl rise on me, my little baby girl ride with me. Maria, every time you're looking out for me, love you,
Everything go from Maria, dancing Billy, pretty girl like a Maria, Every time we meet up, every time be like, oh, Maria.
every time when I look up for me, come on, look up for me. Every time when I look up for me, come on, look up for me. Every time when I look up for me, come on, look up for me. Every time when I look up for me.
She no island girl, she from Kilimanjaro, Kiliman, oh. Nah, she no island girl, she from Kilimanjaro. From Kilimanjaro.
My little baby girl rise with me, my little baby girl ride with me. Maria, every time you're looking out for me, every time you're looking out for me, love you,
Everything go from Maria, dancing Billy, pretty girl like a Maria. Every time we meet up, every time be like, oh, Maria. Now you want to spend more time with me. Do you want to be my wife, baby? I just want you in my life, baby. I like your
We've got Claude in the house. Claude, I see you. I'm gonna get you in because I know you're gonna come and rant.
Every time they lay up Maria, Maria.
Hey, 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 hey. Yes, people, that was Maria. And we're back, people. We're back. We're going to be finishing up very soon. But Claude, I see you in the waiting room. I hope Claude is ready to join us. Let's see if he's actually ready to join us. I know I'm muted. I'm muted from you. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, guys. I wasn't muted on the stream. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get. Why do you say that? I can hear you. Why do you say that? Hello. What did you say? All right, thank you. 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 You guys are making my head to swell now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Claude, are you still there? I don't know if Claude is even there because he's in the waiting room right now. Epic, do you wanna come in as well? I'll try and get you guys in now anyways, but we're gonna have a lot of people in. That's the thing. So Cruz Banter, you still think David Luiz shouldn't have been sent off? Come on, Cruz Banter. Let's not start. You know what? Let's get into it. Let us get into it. I'm gonna get a few guys in and let's see how it goes. I'm not very good at controlling like 6 people in the waiting room, to be honest, but let's see. Let's see if we can get Gunnar Claude in. Hey Claude, how you doing, mate? You are on mute, by the way. You need to unmute yourself just in case you can hear me. Epic Nain, how you doing? You are in the room as well. You are in the room. Can you hear me? Hey, how you doing, Epic? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is the first time you're coming in. You always, only make chats and, send messages and all that. But, you never come in to talk to me, man. How you doing? Oh, Jesus Christ. Freaking hell. Are you serious? So basically, you love Man City fans because of your wife? I think. Hey, Claude, how you doing? See, Claude. Tell him. Claude, I'm just a presenter. Today. Why are you ripping into me? All I'm doing is Claude. I haven't even started and you're ripping into me. I'm only gonna talk about it now. You're ripping into me already. What? This is too late for. This is 11 p.m., mate. thank you very much for that grand entrance, Claude. I really appreciate you coming on. Anyways. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, we have an American on here. Be careful. Joe is from America. Just in case you want to know, Joe is from America here.
You've got to go right to the bottom of your mouth, put it up your nose, and then you've got to send it back to them, and then they tell you it's inconclusive. What do you make of that? Twice.
Yeah, I know. Maybe too much.
But what I can think is, I think they just need to change the way they do the test. All those things are not comfortable at all.
No, it's all rubbish, man. And when this vaccine comes in, when is it coming in? This vaccine, it's all this vaccine.
It depends on it depends on the age, basically.
Age, yeah. It depends on the category you are in, actually.
Oh, probably by the time it comes round to me, I'll be already dead anyway. So
no, Claude, no.
Man, don't. No, man, you'll be fine.
I just made a massive error, guys. They couldn't hear all the things you guys were saying. They could only hear my side of it. I'm so sorry. Claude, they missed your grand entrance. Oh my days. I feel bad now. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So, quickly, I know you have to run.
Go back to StreamYard, mate, because then you can at least know it. On that Discord, 8-9 passwords I've had to change to get on here tonight.
Why do you have to
change?
For
5 minutes.
Why do you have to change passwords?
Because it weren't letting me through. It weren't letting me through for some reason. And you said I was already in the chat room when I wasn't.
I saw you. We saw you. Sorry. Go on.
How comes it kept pushing me out then? I don't know.
So the way it works, Claude, is you wait in the waiting room, and then there's like a room where it's hidden from everybody.
The only time I go in the waiting room is when I go to the doctors or the dentist. I'm not bloody getting in a bloody waiting room. What's this all about? Waiting room. It's not exactly hey.
Look, listen, Claude.
It's not the BBC here, right? It's not the bloody BBC.
Listen. This could as well be BBC, you know. But the thing is, you need to understand something. Unfortunately, I can only use Discord with my setup. That's the problem. I can't use it. If I could use it with StreamYard, I will. But this show is mainly about, the music and the football. Unfortunately, I can't. I can't do it with StreamYard. That's the problem.
Can you put a bit of Luther Vandross on next time or something like that? Yeah.
I'm gonna get strike.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Alec, can I just ask you why your frame rate is so low? It's at 480p.
I'm not sure where that setting is supposed to be though. What setting are you talking about?
The quality of the video, it's at 4. It's like you could have done it at least at 720p.
Are you talking about my webcam now?
No, not the webcam.
Don't confuse him anymore, mate. He's already confused as it is, mate. Listen.
Okay, listen, guys. Let's get straight into it. Quickly. We're talking about 4 red cards, and I'm gonna give you guys the introduction to this, right? So we had 4 red cards in a single day on the Premier League, yeah. Now, what I don't understand is whether there's a red card bonanza because these guys were just dishing it out like frisbees, or like palliatives. 4 players saw red cards. We had David Luiz, we had Bernd Leno, we had Jan Bedrenek, we had Alexandra Jankowicz, and I'm going to talk about him later because he had some racist abuse. I'm going to talk about that later. But let's talk about the Luiz red card. So apparently, what's happened now is a lot of Arsenal fans are fuming. Some of them are fuming, some are not. I can tell you that Claude is not fuming about that, but that's a different topic. Now, they have overturned Bednarek, but they did not overturn Luiz. I'm going to start with... I'm going to start... Before you get into that, right, I'm going to start with Claude. I'm going to start with Claude.
You don't understand it, do you? The reason they set Bendenek, right, is because they considered that it was a dive by Martial, who admitted it in the tunnel afterwards. So they took that into consideration, yeah? So it was a dive by Martial. But as you can't give a yellow card after the event, they can't issue a card out. Is that fine enough?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. So that's your theory. That's your theory, right? I want to hear someone. I'm going to talk about my own later after I've had everyone's on, because I actually watched what Peter Walton said yesterday about the reason why they upheld. I'm gonna talk about that later, because he said some things I disagreed with, but I'm gonna talk about that later. Joe, what do you think about this decision?
About that Bender Rick?
The fact that
that referee wanted to send them off. You know the United gives that brown paper bag just like Juve does in the Serie A. That's what happened, and he fell. They could have just gave him a penalty, but why did they give him a red card? Especially when the guy barely even touched him like that. But I don't know. That's why it got overturned. They're not gonna overturn David Luiz's.
Okay. Why do you think they wouldn't overturn David Luiz?
Look, the thing is, for me, David Luiz touched him, even though it's very, very little impact. But the rule suggests that it is a red because he didn't attempt to try and play the ball.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Hallelujah. I've been trying to explain that for 2 days.
Epic, have you seen? Just a quick one for Epic. Have you actually go back and watch the touch in a slow motion? It's not David Luiz that touched him.
Yeah, I saw
this guy is running and is the one that actually uses studs to hit David Luiz on the knee.
There you go.
David Luiz touched him when he was running, and first of all, there's multiple errors in that situation. David Luiz should even be running behind him.
Thank you.
Thomas Bayer should have been covering that area anyway. He would have gotten it. But since David Luiz is a clown, he decided just to go straight, run into him and get a red card. That's his fault. But then, in my opinion, the rules are the problem, not the ref, because the refs are following the letter by the law. They was in the
Did you see what the BT referee said when the guy went down?
BT referee, who cares about BT referee?
But he's a former referee,
he's
though.
Talking about what the law is saying anyway. If David Luiz hack him down, he get a yellow. If you let him go like that, you get a red card.
He didn't attempt to play the ball. Otherwise, it would.
Yeah, but he doesn't touch him in the first place.
But he should have at least attempted to play the ball. Otherwise, it would have gone.
If he attempt to play the ball and he hack him down, then what happened?
Why am I going to listen to Peter Walton in the BT studio when he was referee? He got 40% of his fucking decisions right and 60% wrong. You must be joking. Are you for real here?
But Claude,
unfortunately, BT Sport can't get the best. All they have to have Peter Walton. Sky get Gallagher and BT get Peter Walton. Yeah, and if it was Amazon, they'd probably get some nationwide league referee. So you can't take that into consideration. You've got to understand the referee is on the pitch. The referee's on the pitch. There's contact, mate, and it only takes look when you're running at that speed. It just takes a little bit of contact. The slightest contact will make you go over. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to. Can I just come in here quickly? I just want to read this out.
Do you have to?
I'm the presenter. I have to.
Oh my God!
I have to come in here. Osman Ali said something just now about you, Claude. I'm sorry, I have to say this because it's really funny. He said, I had a rumor that Claude was once happy. He was sitting on the bed. He was smiling and even laughing at the bus stop in North London. Can anyone confirm this?
Yeah. It must have been my birthday. Anyway. Listen.
I'm sorry. I just had to put that in there. Anyway, Akuma. Sorry, Claude. Hang on a minute. I've not heard from Akuma. Akuma, are you still there?
No, he's gone.
No, he's still there, but he's on mute. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Akuma, what's your take? I want to hear all your takes on this. So, what's your take on what's been said so far about this Luiz situation and Bednarek?
in real time, I can see why the referee would give it. Because it does look it. When you look at it in real time, you're thinking, yes, that does look a bit clumsy. And I think sometimes referees are human. You sometimes go by reputation, don't you? That's part of fallen human nature as well. Because let's face it, David Luiz does have a history of doing clumsy challenges and stuff. I think it's a bit it's one of them cases whereby after the emotions have gone away, you kind of see the referee had no choice. I think it's one of them things whereby you're thinking to yourself, like for example, I think when Leno got the red card, I don't think the referee wanted to give it. He just thought, you've given me no choice now. Because already he's thinking to himself, I'm doubting the David Luiz situation, and already Leno, you've given me no choice but to send you to 9 men and stuff. So it's a difficult one, and stuff. So I think in hindsight, after the emotions have gone away, I can see why the referee gave it, but I still think that the law itself needs to be changed.
Okay, all right, good one.
Hold on a minute. If he had to think about the Leno one, then he shouldn't be even fit. He shouldn't even be referee.
No,
that is clear cut.
No, it was clear cut. No, what I'm saying is though, he's thinking to himself, "Oh, Leno, why have you done that now? Already, I'm under the spotlight, and already you're making me make another decision."
Yeah,
spotlight or not, he's made 2 correct decisions, 2 absolutely spot-on decisions that cannot be queried. The only people that can query it is Arsenal fans. 2 decisions that were spot on. 1 was the penalty. Everyone agrees it was a penalty, and 2, he's not made an attempt on the ball, which is a red card. That's the laws of the game. Simple.
Okay. So I'm gonna come in. I think everyone has had their account, right? And I think it's split. It's right. It's kind of split right now. One person here, Cruz Banter, in the chat said it is 1000% a red. I am so confused how no one gets it. All right. So this is my own take on this, right? And you guys are not aware, but myself and Claude literally had a very heated debate about this yesterday on his channel. It was really heated.
Yeah, it was funny. I had the popcorn.
Were you on there?
Yeah, I was on there. Claude knows. Yeah. But you know what? He got the red because of his reputation, Tade. That's what it is. That's what because of his reputation.
Okay. So here's my take on this, right? And this is what I was trying to make Claude understand. But we got so heated yesterday that I think we couldn't really get across. I understood what you were saying, Claude, and this is what you didn't really get me. I understood what you were saying, and what you've said is spot on in terms of the laws, right? One is, if you don't make an attempt for the ball, you get a red. So that was the major problem I had. The law has been written, but when the law was written, it is not, for me personally, I don't think it is black and white, and I don't think it is hard and fast. When these rules were written, they expected common sense from these referees. The reason I'm saying this is because if you think about it, if Mark Clattenburg could come out, who is also a retired ref, can come out and said he wouldn't have given that, then that tells you that the interpretation of the law differs from every referee to another referee, which simply means that everybody thinks in different ways and sees things in different ways and also interprets the law in different ways. And I think that was the bone of contention between you and I. You literally went in and said the law is the law, you follow the law. And I came from the angle of simply saying that I felt common sense should be used to justify that situation. That was what I was trying to make you understand yesterday. I didn't say I didn't understand the law.
The common sense is that you go by what the law says. That's the common sense. There's no common sense here. Otherwise, listen, if he'd have given no penalty, he'd be in trouble with the laws.
There is
with the referees,
Claude,
and he would have lost. He would probably get a 1-match suspension.
Claude, there's a grey area. Do you know why I say there's a grey area? And this is why I keep asking you yesterday: who made contact first with who? That's the question.
It doesn't matter.
No,
Luiz,
it does.
He shouldn't be on his back heel, should he?
It does. It does.
Listen, Taddy. He's behind him. He's looking for contact because he's gone right up to his heel. So if the geezer hits him, he's gonna go over, isn't he? Okay. So he's gone right. What is Luiz doing there right on the back of his heel? He should have let him go and let Leno deal with the situation. But he didn't. Look, everyone agrees it's a penalty. Yeah.
Can I quickly?
Listen, do you agree it was a penalty?
I 100% a penalty. I never said it wasn't.
Right, exactly. Did he make an attempt to win the ball?
He didn't make an attempt to win the ball, but at
Right,
the same time,
exactly. So
at
it's
the
a
same
red
time,
card.
at the same
What-
time, at the
it's
same time, he
simple.
didn't make. At the
Why
same
do
time,
people?
at
Why
the same
do you
time,
have to complicate things?
Can I
Why do you all
land?
have to complicate it?
Can I land, Claude? Can I land?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
land,
read. I'm
go
gonna
on.
read because I'm flying right now. Let me land. Yeah, thank you. The thing here
Oh,
is this, Claude. I'm gonna read something out to you, which makes me understand that there is a big problem with the way people see things. And I watched Peter Walton yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched it. Anyone of you watched Peter Walton when it was justifying the fact that Bednarex was cancelled and Luiz wasn't? I'm gonna read out, and I quote right now. Peter Walton said, and I quote, yeah, the commission, and by the commission he means the Independence Regulatory Commission, had a different agenda to the referee and the VAR. This is what Peter Walton said. Whereas the commission can now add in the contact, the context of the so-called foul. I want you guys to pay attention to this. The context of the so-called foul. And they can now add in any mitigating circumstances, such as an example, this is where Claude was coming in earlier, such as, was the forward actually off balance before falling over? Now, there are a few things I picked from what Walton said, and I was very particular about this, and I wrote it down because I rewinded and I wrote it down. I wrote exactly what he said word for word. This is exactly what he said. He said, the context of the so basically, the commission, they have a different agenda from the VAR and the referee. That's weird. That is weird in my opinion. Secondly,
you don't understand. Oh no. Let
me get to where I'm going to.
You're
Claude,
annoying me now.
No. Don't get annoyed because you haven't allowed me to get my point across.
Yeah,
properly.
go on and get it. Go on, sorry. mate.
When
Go
I mean
on.
agenda,
Carry on.
agenda doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean agenda in a bad way. What I mean is they are looking at it from a different context from the referees. That's what it means by agenda. Now, they then said the commission can now add in the contact, which is the contact that was made on the player, and the context of the so-called foul. This is the main thing I wanted to talk about, the context of the so-called foul. What is the context of the foul on Bednarek, and what is the context of the foul on Jose? Can someone tell me what is the context? Can someone explain the context?
I'll tell you what the context is. One was a dive and the other one wasn't. Yeah, and that's what they've taken into consideration. They're considering that what they're considering is that Martial has made a meal of it, right? And reversed the card, and we've looked. It's completely different.
Can I ask you a question then?
Cards
Claude?
altogether.
Okay, I love the fact that you said that, but was there contact between Bednarek and what's his name? Bednarek and Martial. Was there contact? Yes or no? Yes or no? I want a yes or no answer now. Was there contact?
Obviously not. Because
There was
that's how they've
contact,
seen
Claude. There was contact, except someone else is going to tell me I need to change my glasses. Can someone here in this room tell me if I didn't see it right? Was there contact between Bednarek and Martial? Because I saw contact. Can someone tell me differently, please? Gio?
There was contact.
Akuma?
He flipped.
There was contact.
He flipped.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
So if there was contact, the question now is, why didn't the letter of the law apply there? For me, my theory is the commission used common sense to make that decision, to rescind the red card. Because if they're going to go by the letter of the law, they should stick to it and say by contact. Because there was contact, whether or not he made a meal of it or not, there was contact. So why didn't they stick to that? This is my major problem with this decision.
Because Martial already admitted that he took a fall, and admitted also that he was surprised that Bentonet got sent off. So
But
that also comes into context.
All
Yes,
right.
it does.
But
Right.
Claude, I understand. But do you understand me, though? Do you understand where I'm coming from with the letter of the law and contact? I want you to tell me whether you understood what I was saying or not.
Look, at the end of the day, right? I'm not interested in what happens at Southampton. What happened at Arsenal and against Wolves were the correct decisions. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. The correct decisions, right?
Okay.
Wherever you say, whether people say we've been misdone by referees or anything else, those decisions on Saturday, the 2 red cards, were correct, right? So
No one's doubted
where
the
are we
Leno
going
one.
with this?
No one's doubting the
That's not our business. What happened? What happened at Man United, Southampton is not our business. That referee might have got it wrong there. This referee's got it right, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you're asking me, did the referee get it right on Saturday against Wolves? Yes, he got it right. Spot on. Two decisions, both red cards.
Okay, Akuma, say what you want to say quickly, and we'll just move on quickly so we can finish the show.
There has to be that. I can see why Arsenal, would be aggrieved by that. It's not like I said. I agree with Cloyd. By the letter of the law, yes, it was a red card and possibly a penalty. But there's nothing wrong in asking the question about this. It's a bit like earlier in the season, whereby you remember when they were given handballs for stupid decisions and stuff. So by the letter of the law, yes, it was a handball. But there's nothing wrong in asking the question. And obviously, look what they've done. They've reformed the handball in the Premier League. So there's nothing with Arsenal wrong with inquiring. If you don't inquire, you're not going to get change, are you?
Yeah.
That's another big mistake they made. That's another big mistake. Once you make a decision on handball at the start of the season, you should not be changing it halfway through the season anyway, because it's unfair for the other teams that have lost on them decisions. So when you make a decision from that season, it should not be changed until the end of the season. I think that's another.
I agree with that. They should have waited to the end of the season, but the new season to kind of bring a new law in. Yeah.
Sorry, Epic. You were gonna say something, Epic.
Yeah, to finish this show off, I was going to say the bigger issue of this is Arsenal fans complaining, there's a conspiracy against them, as if the only team on earth is Arsenal and the FA is turning against them on decision.
It's absolute rubbish, mate. I know,
I know, but I'm talking about the other Twitter and those all ultra positive fans. No offense.
You mean people
actually,
like Ty? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And actually saying that, Brendan ref, and the reason why we lost is the ref. Why about you look at your team's performance and then look at
exactly.
Look after.
Why did you take Lacazette off at half time? That's what we got to ask.
Let's try and move. Let's try and move on, guys.
Pepe was on Greece that day. He was killing everybody. That
no. Why? He should have took the wrong play. He should have took either Smith Rowe or Xhaka off. Why did he take Lacazette off?
I actually agree with that taking of Lacazette on, because you need the legs.
Because that
was what I said.
We needed someone.
That was what I told Claude.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have no creativity. Literally, Lacazette would be up by himself.
If you take Granit Xhaka off, you've still got creativity, haven't you?
No, he needed the legs. That was the simple reason.
That's what I thought. That's what I told Claude. Anyway, do you know what, guys? I really appreciate you guys coming on, really. Because we've done 1 hour 23 minutes now. I'm just gonna round up the show quickly. I think we're probably just gonna end this discussion. I'm just gonna run through a few things in the next 10 minutes, and I'm gonna round this up. So really, thank you very much, guys, for coming on. Claude, as usual, today you and I did not rip into each other, so I really appreciate the fact that you did not.
Well, I need a lot of patience when I come on here, mate. I tell you. Jesus Christ.
Mossy boy. Don't forget, we're looking for that referee. All right.
Yeah, definitely, we're looking for it. We're looking for him now.
I know the American guy. I recognise his voice. I'm sure he's been on my channel.
Yeah.
Have you been on physically?
It's Gio.
Is that Gio?
Yeah. What's going on, Claude? We've been missing you on the channel.
Oh, hello, mate. All right, how are you? All right. AC Milan, yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, Claude? But you see,
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
All right.
All right, people. Yeah.
I would be talking to you guys later then, I guess. All right, thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate you guys. Akuma, I really appreciate you.
Nice one, Tari. Thank you very much for having me.
I really appreciate you. Claude, I appreciate you. Mossy Boy, I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys pretty soon.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah.
All right, then.
Okay, mate. I'll speak to you soon, mate. Yeah. Take care.
Take care, man. Cheers.
All right.
That was a lot of people in the room, people. It was quite interesting. I really enjoyed it. Listen, we've spent quite some time on here, and I'm just gonna run through a few things quickly. So, I mean, obviously we've talked about Luiz, and I mean, Paul Mason thought a bit differently from what Claude thought, and a few guys in the room as well. The ref couldn't wait to get his red card out. That's what Paul Mason felt. Matt Letizia, one of the greats of, I don't know, he was a great of Southampton, I guess. I never thought I would fall out of love with football, but thanks to the standard of our Premier League officials, it's happening. I naively thought if they had replaced to help, then they would make better decisions. So obviously he wasn't in tune with the decision made against David Luiz. But like I said, everyone sees these things in different ways, and it's always going to be like that. Mark Clattenburg also, he also said that, listen, what did he even say? Let me just read that out. He said, Luiz was genuinely trying to get back on terms with Jose, and it was an accidental foul. This type of incident is accepted as a penalty and a yellow card. And he said Craig Pawson and VAR John Moss got it wrong. So this is what I was trying to explain on the call just now, that listen, everyone has different perspective and interpretation. Even referees, there's going to be problems within them, because if Mark Clattenburg can say that wasn't a penalty, then there's always going to be these problems. And that's one of the reasons why myself and Claude had, arguments and all that. Obviously, we've talked about Peter Walton. He was the one that, kept on banging on that they were right about all the decisions and all that. Gio says they need to tie the ref up and beat him up. No violence here, man. No violence. Cruz banter. No one forced Luiz to be that close. It's clumsy and a red card. Listen, you and Claude should be best friends, Ryan Lee, Luiz knee should have been on VAR. Listen, man. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. For me, the whole decision was just pissing me off right from time. So it is what it is. But let's move on, man. Let's move on quickly. Let's move on. Right. So this is one interesting thing I wanted to talk about, yeah? Sebastian Ella. For crying out loud, this guy is the most expensive signing of Ajax, people. Is the most expensive signing of Ajax. And for some weird reason, they left him out of the list for Europa. Who the heck does that? People? You're most expensive. Listen, whoever did this has to be sacked. So basically, they said the record signing of Ajax was left out of the Europa League squad by mistake. That's not acceptable. They got this guy for about 20 million. That is not acceptable. I hope someone else hasn't lost his job, because obviously, this can make someone lose their job. How can you make that big mistake? Because if they mess up in Europa, they're going to blame that guy. So, according to The Athletic, a club statement read, due to an administrative error at Ajax, the striker was not registered on the list of players for the Europa League, which had to be submitted no later than Tuesday, February 2nd. The player who came to Ajax from West Ham United on January 8th can be used in the Premier League and the Cup matches. So he can be used in those other matches, but not Europa League. Despite attempts to get Hala eligible to play, the club received the final message from UEFA on Thursday, saying that Hala will not be added after all. Who the heck makes this kind of mistakes? They're saying it's an administrative error, a clerical error, but that's not acceptable. That is not acceptable. If I'm Hala, I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be really furious. You got me here because you felt I was good enough, and now I can't even make the freaking Europa League. This is like Ozil happening all over again, isn't it? Anyway, the last but not the least, people, this is the final thing I want to talk about. When the fine begins, online racism may stop. So basically, the government has come out to say that they're going to be fining social media platforms for about 10%, people. 10%. And this actually happened after this guy. This guy here is a Southampton player. His name is Alexander Jankowicz, I think. Jankowicz. His name is so hard to pronounce. He's a 19-year-old and he was a victim of racial abuse online. This racial abuse needs to stop, people. It needs to stop. It's becoming pathetic. It's becoming ridiculous. It's smelling. It's stinking. It's oozing with a bad smell. I don't understand why people cannot constructively criticize instead of calling players different sort of racial names. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the government wants to tackle this by putting fines on. So I'm just going to read this. According to the BBC, The government they're looking into finding social media platforms of up to 10% of their global revenues. That's a lot of bloody money, guys. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Osman Ali here says, Tade, if this crap continues, I'll threaten the EPL to either fix up or we're joining the Super League. I think you're talking about, the red card, yeah? Akuma Soko, yeah, my boy, how you doing? The human heart, bro. Listen, look, I've been saying this to myself, yeah? The human heart is really, really dirty. And that's one of the reasons why, personally, I am not a saint, no doubt about it, but I have really, really learned from childhood to be a little bit more compassionate and be a little bit more careful of what I say with my lips. Being pure of heart is very difficult, obviously, but you can learn to be good in your heart. You can learn it. You can. I don't understand people. I just don't understand it. Just recently, I think a few days ago, I saw a video of a police chief in America talking about slavery and saying stuff like encouraging what happened during the slavery days. That is a freaking police chief. That is someone that is in a position of authority, people. A position of authority. It doesn't make no sense to me. It doesn't make no sense to me. So apparently what the cultural secretary, Olivier Daldin, said, he said the criminal sanctions could be considered for the senior management, and he said we are willing to take harder legislative measures. What he's saying right now is I'm certainly prepared to go tough on racism. If you fail to enforce your own terms and conditions, stand up to your duty of care, then we will impose fines. So they're talking to the likes of Facebook, the likes of Twitter, the likes of Instagram. They're going to impose fines and will take the power to impose very large fines. That's 10% of global turnovers. 10%, people. These guys are looking at Facebook. Say, for instance, Facebook has about 700 billion market capitalization, people. That is a lot of money. Imagine they take 10% of that. That's 7 billion pounds, people. No, dollars, sorry. $7 billion. If they fail to tackle racist abuse on the platform, they're going to take 7 billion. Definitely, if they are going to sanction them that way, they are going to take it seriously. They are definitely going to take it seriously. No doubt. So this shit needs to be tackled. And it's becoming very, very disgraceful. Very disgraceful, people. Anyways, I think, obviously that's a lot of money you're looking at. I wish I can get this kind of money, Someone send me some money. I need some money. I'm a charity case now. That's all, folks. That is all, folks. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming on. Akuma, shout out to you. Osman, shout out to you. Ryan Lee, shout out to you. Cruz Banter, shout out to you. Slayer, shout out to you. Epic Name, shout out to you. Dimfa, shout out to you. Claude, shout out to you. Mossy Boy, shout out to you. Joe, shout out to you. Shout out to every single person. I really, really love you guys. I do. Thanks for coming on. This is a growing channel and I hope it continues to grow. It's going to take its time, but listen, if I continue like this with your help, with your support, we're going to get where we have to get to. Have you set up Super Chat? I don't know if I've set that up, to be honest. I need to set that up. I haven't set that up yet. I'll look into setting that up. I'm just focusing on growing the channel, really. It's something I'm going to look into, Akuma. I really appreciate you coming on, Akuma. And like I said, I always do this every week. So just in case, I do this twice a week. And it would be nice to also get you on after the game as well. I get few people after the games. So after the game tomorrow, I'm going to be doing this as well. We didn't even talk about the game for tomorrow, but listen, we're going to talk about it after the game tomorrow. Osman Ali, I don't really understand what you said there, but I'm suspecting you're saying, is that goodbye, brother? Or I don't know, man. That seems German or something. That seems German, I'm not sure. All right, people. Listen, I think I need to go now. I've been talking and talking and talking. I'm losing speed, man. I'm losing speed. Shit, I'm going to have my gin now. I need it. But just before then, yeah, I need to show you guys this guy. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him so much. Yes, Jackie Chan. Anybody that does it, I'm going to give him $200 if you can do this. And you only have 3 attempts. It looks so easy, but it's quite difficult to do. It looks easy. It's really difficult. I've tried it before. I used to do some karate back in my former life. Trust me. I'm just lucky I never broke any bones because I tried all the tricks I saw on the freaking movies, man. I was jumping from trees, jumping fences. I was doing the cowboys, using the ropes to jump from trees to trees. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Shish. I know this is a football channel, but I love to talk about crap. Thanks a lot for listening to my crap, people. I really appreciate every single one of you that have joined in. Lots of love. Lots of love. I'm gonna be ending with a couple of music. Make sure you stay on to listen to some of the songs I'm gonna play. And it's a boy here, the Blunt Pundit. Lovers we lovers, haters we haters. And I'm out of here, people. Talk to you guys later. Cheers. Bye.
Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Amarte es mi maña, de lo que toca mi mano se daña. Pero amor es lo que dicen, como un color entre los grises. Yo nunca te fallé, tú no eres cualquiera. Tú eres la mujer, mi corazón anhela. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces. Gracias a mi mujer, ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cosita dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Somos Adán y Eva, y estoy listo pa' tomar el castigo. Yeah. Y todo lo prohibido, y los pecados que tú y yo hemos cometido. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces. Gracias a mi mujer, ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cosita dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami.